Welcome back, everybody. We're back with you for historical matchup number 91. Here presented as always by the game engine of Out of the Park Baseball 20. Glad to have you. We've seen some very interesting matchups, and this one is no different. We have actually two teams from the same era, the early 2000s, two winning teams, including one championship team. So let's introduce them, and we'll get to this in a minute here. And first team I want to introduce are the world champion 2005 Chicago White Sox. The White Sox broke a long curse in Chicago for their teams. They hadn't won since 1917, but they won 99 games in '05. Just a magical season led by Ozzie Guillen. Their playoff run was pretty phenomenal. They, I think, only lost one game in their run to the championship. The team, of course, legendary for the Sox fans. Paul Konerko there with 40 homers, 100 RBIs. A big presence in the clubhouse and for the team. Scott Podsednik stole 59 bases. Jermaine Dye, the World Series MVP, hit 31 homers. Carl Everett had a good year. A.J. Przinsky, with everything he brings to the table, a very good addition. And Aaron Rowan with his nice glove in center field. Everything seemed to go right for the Sox in '05. Their pitching was really where the strength was. Mark Burley, 3.12 ERA, excellent season, 16 wins, over 230 innings of work. Freddie Garcia, excellent season as well. John Garland was good. El Duque, Jose Contreras, many arms to go around. The closer ended up being Bobby Jenks, but they did have also a decent pen. But Jenks was the one that had the run in the postseason. So a very good Sox team. We pulled a championship team from the random draw so far. We've already seen the 59 Sox wins, so we'll see what the '05 Sox can do. But they did get a tough draw. The team they will be facing off against is actually the 2002 Houston Astros. The Astros had a good run during this time as well. They were a playoff team in the late 2000s, late 1990s, early 2000s, culminating in that pennant-winning season against the Sox in '05. But this season in '02 wasn't quite the greatest for the Astros. They came up a little bit short in the NL Central. They won 84 games, but no postseason play. Still a very good team. You'll recognize the two Hall of Famers, Jeff Bagwell and Craig Biggio. Bagwell, of course, big power bat in the lineup, 31 homers, 98 RBIs, over 100 walks. Biggio getting a little bit up there in age at 36, but still a dependable player all the way around. Five-tool player. But the big star here with the bat was Lance Berkman in his prime. He hit here 42 home runs, 128 RBIs, 405 on base. Great year for Berkman. Some other good players like Darrell Ward and maybe Richard Hidalgo with some thunder from the bat. But really those three were the stars. Also very good pitching here for the Astros. Roy Oswalt, quite the ace in his prime here, 19-9 with a wonderful ERA at 3.01. Wade Miller had a decent year. And from there you have Carlos Hernandez and the mismatch of other starters. And out of the pen, it was the great Billy Wagner, who saved 35 games and struck out 88 men in only 75 innings of work, 35 saves for Wagner. So a familiar foe for the White Sox of 2005. They got the draw of the Astros, who are not a pushover. So we'll see how things go in this best of seven. We are going to start the series at U.S. Cellular Field, and we'll then take it out to Minute Maid Park. Looking forward to some good baseball from both sides, some good pitching, and some good strategy. The opening game is quite a juicy pitching matchup. Roy Oswalt will face Mark Burley, and it's always interesting to see if a championship team can keep it going here. And the Sox were just outstanding in 5 or 7 game series, but the Astros, sneaky good team here. So we'll see what happens, and we'll see what things we reveal as this series gets started. So let's head out to U.S. Cellular Field for Game 1 on the south side of Chicago. So here with you now, good to have you. We are live from U.S. Cellular. Mark Burley on the mound facing Julio Lugo here to start the game in the very first inning. Capacity crowd, and Lugo will hit this one to center. That one's pretty deep. Getting back there over his head is Lugo, and he'll get a double as Rowan, usually dependable out there in those long ones, couldn't get it, so a leadoff double here. Lugo now moves to third with 2 outs, and Jeff Bagwell at the plate. So Bagwell goes deep left. This one's got a chance to leave the yard. It will. Jeff Bagwell says hello to Chicago and Mark Burley with a 2-run home run. Burley doesn't have his sharpest stuff here at the start of the series and game, and it's 2-0 Houston. We'll move now to the bottom of the first with Jermaine Dye up there and Scott Sednick on second. And Dye will lift this one to left. This will get down. Jermaine Dye is going to drive in a run with a double, so the Sox respond here with a run of their own. 2-1 now this ball game. We'll move to the third with Jeff Bagwell up there again after his home run. See if Burley works him differently, and there's another shot by Bagwell. This the opposite field, and this one also gone. Jeff Bagwell, home run number 2. Burley tried to get him on the inside in the first inning, was taken deep, takes it to the outside in the third inning, and Bagwell does it by taking it the other way. It is 3-1 now. We'll move to the 7th. Bases loaded for Darrell Ward. John Garland's on the pitch. There are 2 outs. Big spot here in this game. This is hit back to the mound. Garland makes the play at first, so the Sox get out of that jam with the bases loaded as we hit the stretch, but it is the visitors that are leading 3-1. Here's Jermaine Dye, bottom of the 7th, as we go through the stretch. Oswalt is still in the game, but Dye takes ball 4, so Oswalt might be laboring just a little. Joe Creedy now at the plate. Man on. And Creedy's going to go deep. This one might tie the game. Joe Creedy, as always, as clutch as can be. A 2-run bomb, and we are tied at 3. Leave it to Joe Creedy to get the job done here off Oswalt in the 7th. We are tied at 3. Here's Przinsky. And AJ's going to hit this one up the middle for a single. So AJ Przinsky with a no-out single after the home run by Creedy. Here's Rowan. Rowan takes strike 3. As Oswalt strikes out his 5th. And here's Geoff Blum coming in to hit. And a pick off the first, and they got him. They got Przinsky off of first, and that was a nice move there by Oswalt to end that frame. And we'll go to the 8th now. Julio Lugo facing John Garland. We're tied at 3. This is shot into left field. That'll be a base hit. Lugo with a single. Here comes Mark Loretta. Loretta goes to third, and that's a fair ball. That gets by Creedy. We got runners on second and third now, 2 outs here in the 8th inning, so a big spot in this ball game. Lance Berkman up there. Let's see if Garland pitches to him or if they put him on. And there's a shot to short. Ball can't be played. A misplay there by the shortstop. Uribe tried to rush that throw and couldn't make it, so that'll score Lugo, and an error helps Houston take the lead here. We'll move to the next batter here, Jeff Bagwell in a big spot. Let's see if he can add to the lead. He cannot. He strikes out, but the error by Uribe looms large here as we get to the latter parts of this ball game. Oswalt still in the game. Here's Juan Uribe at the dish. And Uribe is going to start the inning very nicely with a single to center. So Uribe moves to second, trying to make amends for that error he made. There's nobody out. Scott Posednik at the plate. Oswalt still in the game. Posednik goes to second. This will be played by by Loretta. Play is made. We have a runner moving to third. Here now is Tadahito Iguchi now with a 1 out and a runner on third. Billy Wagner fans is coming to the game in relief. And Wagner can't get Tadahito. He walks Iguchi, and the Sox now with a 1 out and a big chance with Paul Konerko up there facing Wagner. A 1-run game. Konerko strikes out. Wagner got him on the changeup. All sorts of movement on that one. There are 2 outs now for Jermaine Dye. Let's see if Wagner can work out of it. Shot, however, by Dye down the right field line. That's going to score 1. We got a tie game. Jermaine Dye comes through with 2 outs with an RBI double. Dye ties the game off of Wagner. It's now 4-4. Here's Joe Creedy in a big spot. And Creedy's going to go to short. Play's going to be made there. Lugo makes it, but the Sox tie the game up thanks to Jermaine Dye. It is 4-4 as we move to the 9th. Dustin Hermanson facing Joe Blum. And Blum's going to line a single to center. Looks like Blum is a member of both of these teams. Here's Richard Hidalgo at the plate against Hermanson. And Hidalgo goes up the middle for a single. So here come the Astros. First and second, nobody out. Hermanson in all types of trouble. Harold Ward at the plate. Ward will hit this one the first. Quick play made there by Konerko. Here's the center fielder, Biggio. Biggio strikes out. Hermanson got him. A big strikeout in this inning. And now it's up to Brad Ausmus with 2 outs here tonight. Ausmus lines this one deep to left center. Will they get there on the run? Making the play is Posednik for the final out. 4-4 now. The Sox come up in the bottom of the 9th. Wagner still on the mound. Brzezinski to lead off the 9th inning. AJ strikes out swinging, so Wagner has been sharp, as you might expect. Here's Aaron Rowan. Rowan will hit this one up the middle. There is a base hit for Rowan, so the Sox have a nice speedy base runner here in the 9th. 1 out for Geoff Plum. Fabio Dotel is coming to the game, and there's a shot. Quick play made by Bagwell. He tosses to Dotel. They get Blum at first. Bagwell with an outstanding play. Aaron Rowan moves to second. Here's Juan Uribe. 4-4 game. Dotel on the mound. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. Uribe lines this one deep to right. This one might go off the wall. It doesn't matter. The Sox win it walk-off style. Off the wall, a double by Uribe, and the White Sox beat the Astros 5-4 here in the 9th inning. Outstanding baseball game from Chicago, but it is the Sox who walk it off. Celebrations at the plate. The Sox just refuse to lose. Jeff Bagwell had those 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. Oswalt pitched well into the 8th and pitched decently. And Jermaine Dye with that big double to tie the game in the 8th. And Billy Wagner got in trouble in the 9th, and Octavio Dotel lets up the big shot by Uribe. What a game here in Game 1. The Sox take it 5-4. If the series is anything like this one, we're in for a treat. Chicago takes the lead on the series, and in Game 2 it'll be Wade Miller for Houston against Freddie Garcia. as the Sox try to go up 2-0 on the visiting Astros. Game 2, we're in the top of the 4th. Freddie Garcia on the mound facing Lance Berkman. Man on. Berkman goes into left. That's going to drop in there. So the Astros with a couple men on here in the 4th inning. Here's the big hanger. Jeff Bagwell. He'll line one, but this one will be playable. Jermaine Dye has it for the first out of the inning. So Jeff Blum coming up. Blum will hit it to second. Play at second to first, and a double play. 4-6-3. The White Sox get out of any threats here in the 4th inning. We'll move to the 6th, still scoreless. Freddie Garcia pitching very well. He faces Berkman here with a man on, 1 out. That's a strikeout. Throw him out by the Sox. Garcia gets his man, and Przynski nails the runner on second. That'll end the inning. We move to the 7th. Still scoreless here. Garcia facing Richard Hidalgo. Another close game between these two teams. And Hidalgo goes deep to left. This will get up against the wall. Richard Hidalgo has a triple, it looks like. Yes, he will. Hidalgo with a 2-out triple. And that'll bring up Darrell Ward here with Neil Kotz coming in as the new pitcher here for the White Sox. And going straight to the pen, and this is lifted to left center. Should be playable, and it is. Podsednik gets it. We'll hit the stretch. Scoreless in Chicago in Game 2. Bottom of the 8th. Octavio Dotel on the mound facing Geoff Blum. Here's the delivery. Blum will take ball 4. He'll move to first here in the bottom of the 8th. Sox have only had 3 hits all game long. Here's the hero of Game 1, Juan Uribe. Uribe hits it to short. That'll be played flip to second, and the first of double play. So that'll end this inning, and now we are moving to the 9th. Still scoreless at 0. Dustin Hermanson on the mound. Here's Mark Loretta. Loretta will line this one to center, but play should be made there, and it is. Rowan has it. Lance Berkman now at the dish. Berkman will line this one up the middle for a single. 1-out hit for the Astros. Here's Bagwell now. Bagwell strikes out. 2-2 pitch, a fastball got him. Here's Blum. And Blum strikes out. So Dustin Hermanson with a great job here in relief. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Still a scoreless ball game. Billy Wagner has come in. Scott Podsednik is the leadoff hitter. Great speed here if he can get on. This one's grounded to short. Play at first is in time. Lugo makes it. 1 out for Iguchi. Iguchi goes to right. This will drop in there for a hit. So Iguchi gets a 1-out hit here in the 9th. He represents the winning run. Paul Konerko at the plate. Konerko goes to short. That is flipped to second. Relay to first is not in time. So they get the lead man. Here's Jermaine Dye. Dye will strike out. Wagner gets Dye, and that'll do it for the regulation. We will now go to extra innings. Here is still no score in this game. That's popped up and easy for Iguchi. Here's Darrell Ward. Ward will single to left field. Sorry, right field. That'll bring up Biggio. Cliff Bullet, the new pitcher. There's a strikeout. Biggio out on strikes. Still no real threat here. Here's Brad Ausmus. Ausmus will pop this one up. That one's going to be played. Creedy's got it. And outstanding pitching here all game long. We are still scoreless. Bottom of the 10th. Ricky Stone on the mound. Joe Creedy at the plate. Creedy will pop this one up. That's going to be playable. Lugo's got it. Here's Aaron Rowan. Rowan goes to right field, but this is playable. Hidalgo's got it. Here's Lugo. Up to the 11th now. Lugo will go. Lugo will go to second and get an infield hit. That's a good start here in the 11th for the Astros. Mark Loretta at the plate. Loretta gets a called third strike. Basso Marte, the pitcher. Here's Lance Berkman. Berkman looks at strike 3. That's the second strikeout by Marte. And here's Bagwell. Bagwell lines this one down the line to right. This is extra bases. Runners round in third. He's going to come around to score. And Bagwell with a clutch triple here in the 11th to give the Astros the lead. 1-0. We move now bottom of the 9th. Ricky Stone in there. Houston trying to win this one in extras. GF Blum up there. And Blum gets strike 3 right on the inside corner. So Stone now trying to work through this precarious 1-0 lead. Here's Juan Uribe. Uribe goes to third. Play's going to be made there. Blum makes it. 2 gone. Sox down to their last out. Got Sednick facing Stone. And Pasednik hits it to second. That's going to end up being an infield hit. Loretta made a nice stop, but couldn't get the speedy Pasednik. Neguchi is representing the winning run. Brandon Puffer now on for Houston. 2 outs, 9th inning. That's a strikeout. So Puffer ends the game. Quite the pitching and defensive performance by both teams, but in 11 innings, it is the Houston Astros who go ahead and win, as Jeff Bagwell drove in the only run of the game in the 11th. Miller was good while he pitched his 6 strong innings. Garcia was great going into the 7th. Ricky Stone in relief got the win. And Puffer struck out the last batter in the 11th, and the White Sox just could get nothing going. And it was Jeff Bagwell who got the 2-out triple, scoring the winning run. Another outstanding close game in this series. We split in Chicago. Now we'll head down to the great state of Texas, where Houston tries to get home cooking and get things going. Carlos Hernandez will face Jose Contreras of the White Sox. Series tied at 1. Crucial Game 3 from Minute Maid Park coming up. So Minute Maid Park now, we take you to the action. Top of the second inning, no score. Carlos Hernandez on the mound. Joe Creedy is up there with a man on. And Creedy's going to hit it to third. Here's the relay to second over the first. 5-4-3 double play. Creedy hits into the twin killing. We go to the bottom of the second. 2 on for Brad Ausmus as Jose Contreras is in a jam. Ausmus will pop this one up. That's going to be easy. We'll move to the bottom of the third and continue here with Berkman at the plate and 2 on. Nobody out. Berkman will hit this one a liner to second. Higuchi makes the play. Here's Jeff Bagwell, 1 out. Bagwell strikes out. Runners on the move. Double steal here by the Astros. The hit and run was on, but Bagwell couldn't make contact. But there's 2 outs now for Jeff Blum. Blum will take one right on the outside corner. That was called a ball. Contreras not happy, but Richard Hidalgo has a chance now. Bases loaded here in the 3rd. Hidalgo will hit this one past the shortstop. That gets down. 1 run in. Houston is going to get on the board first on the Hidalgo single. 1-0. And Craig Biggio now with a chance. Bases loaded. Biggio will line this one to left. That one's going to get down. 1 run in again. It's 2-0 now, Houston. They get 2 on the board here in the 3rd inning. And the inning still goes on. Here's Brad Ausmus with 2 out. Ausmus strikes out. Contreras gets out of it, but does allow the 2. So we move now forward to the 5th inning. It's 2-0. Houston, Juan Uribe up there with a man on and 1 out. Uribe takes one away outside. That's going to be ball 4. Frank Thomas here on to pinch hit. The big hurt makes an appearance. 1st and 2nd. Let's see what Thomas does. He takes ball 4 as always. The big hurt with a great eye. And the bases are loaded here with only 1 out. Sednick with a chance to make the difference. He lines a shot. That'll get to right field. 1 run is in. Sednick with an RBI single. Przinski scores. Here's Gucci. 2 men are bases loaded. And Gucci lines this one. And to left, backhanded grab. No play to be made anywhere. Another run's going to score. This game is tied at 2. Canarco now coming up. Carlos Hernandez in all kinds of trouble. Canarco will go to short. Play at the plate. Nice play there. They moved the first no play, but they get the force. Thomas is out at home. 2-2. Jermaine Dye now with the bases loaded. He'll hit this one that should be playable to right. Coming on in's Hidalgo. So the Sox are able to score 2, but maybe could have had more. With all the base runners there, we'll move to the bottom of the 5th. Jeff Bagwell up against Brandon McCarthy. And there's the ground to the 3rd. This will be played. Relay to first. Double play as Creedy gets it started. Again, wonderful defense by both teams in this series. We move to the top of the 6th. Creedy now up there. 2-2 game. Creedy hits it to short. There's a bobble and a muff. So just as I say about defense, Lugo makes the mistake. Does not hurt the Astros, however, as we move to the 7th, still tied at 2. Geoff Plum up there. Plum will line this one to center for a leadoff single. So the Sox get the leadoff man on here in the 7th. Sednick at the plate. Sednick way late on that pitch. Puffer strikes him out. Here's a Gucci. Tom Gordon, the new pitcher. And a check swing strikeout. Flash Gordon got him. We'll move to the bottom of the 7th. Orlando Merced up at the plate. And Merced way back here to left. This ball's got a chance to go. It will. Orlando Merced off the bench with a solo home run here in the 7th. It is 3-2 now. Astros, a big home run. And now it's up to the Astros pen to try to close it down. Jermaine Dye up there. He takes strike 3 here in the 8th inning. Struck out looking. Here's Rowan. Rowan can't catch up to Dotel, and this is the Astros pen that we remember. Very dominant here as Przinski now will face Billy Wagner in the 9th. The Sox need some kind of a rally to try to get this game back even. Here comes Wagner. This one is line 2 left, so a base hit here. Przinsky with a big single lead off the ninth. Juan Uribe now up there. Uribe hits it to third, but play is made there to first. Runner was on the move. Blum gets the easy out at first, but runner on second here with one out. Carl Everett with a big chance. Here's the delivery by Wagner. Relay the first there. Wagner covers the bag. 2 gone. Tying run is 90 feet away. Scott Pasednik, the last hope for the Sox. Let's see what Wagner does here against Pasednik. Strike 3. Billy Wagner closes the door with his nasty stuff, blowing away Pasednik. The tying run remains and forever will be stranded 90 feet away. And the Houston Astros come home and defeat the Sox 3-2 in another tight game. Every game in this series, fans, has just been a nail-biter. Carlos Hernandez gets the no decision. Merced with that big home run in the 7th inning that became the difference of the game. Przinsky was 2 for 3 with a run. Tom Gordon gets the win. And Billy Wagner closed things out just when it was tight in the 9th inning. What a series we're having. Every game coming down to the last minute, or last inning, or last batter. So we're moving on now as the Astros have taken control. We'll move to game 4. Orlando El Duque Hernandez for the Sox in what might be deemed a must-win or very important game, going up against Tim Redding as the Astros and White Sox get ready to tangle in game 4. To Houston now, the Sox really need a win. Let's see if they can come through against Tim Redding. Top of the 2nd, Joe Creedy at the plate. And Creedy hit this one to short. That's going to be an easy twin killing. Taylor made double play. So that'll end the inning. We'll move to the bottom of the 2nd. Here's Craig Biggio, man on. Biggio hits this one to 3rd. Creedy goes to 2nd. Relay to 1st. Double play again. Creedy makes it around the horn. And that'll end the Houston threat with the twin killing. We'll move to the bottom of the 3rd with Osmus on 2nd. El Duque pitching to Julio Lugo, 1 out. Lugo takes ball 4. That'll bring up Mark Loretta. Full count. Here's the pitch. Loretta the short. That'll be played at 2nd. Relay to 1st. Not in time. They get the lead man. Uribe gets the force. Here's Berkman. Big spot. Can he break the deadlock? Ball 4 to the big outfielder, Lance Berkman. And bases are loaded for Bagwell. Here's the delivery. This is hit up the middle. That's going to get through. Houston breaks the seal here in this game. Throw to the plate. Not in time. 2-run single. Jeff Bagwell. 2-0 Houston. Here's Richard Hidalgo continuing the inning. Bases loaded. Hidalgo hits this one to the outfield. It gets through. Taguchi can't make the play. Another run scores on a close play at the plate. That's 2 now. An RBI 2-run single by Hidalgo. It's 4-0 now. And Houston with a big inning puts the pressure on the Sox now. Here's Konerko. Konerko deep to left. This one's got some carry. This one is going to go out of the park in deep left. Berkman can just watch it go. The ball stays fair, and Paul Konerko gets the Sox on the board. The captain makes it 4-2. We'll move to the bottom of the 4th. Here comes Houston again. Mark Loretta at the plate. Loretta lines a shot into left. This will get down. 1 run coming in. A double for Loretta. Houston moves back up 5-2. Top of the fifth, here's a Gucci with 2 men on. Another chance for the Sox. Gucci will ground this one into the outfield. This will bring a run home if he can beat the throw. Yes, he can. Garland scores, and it is now 6-3 with 2 on and Konerko back at the plate. The Sox frantically trying to make their comeback. And Paulie lines this one deep to center. This one's got some carry. Will it go all the way? No, it is caught. Very deep out there. Nice play by Biggio. So we'll move now to the top of the sixth. Aaron Rowan up there now facing Scott Linebrick. It's a 6-3 game. This is shot into right. It's going to get down. And then the ball gets away from the outfielder. The runners will advance. Hidalgo misplayed that ball as he tried to throw. And there'll be an error as 2 men come around here, second and third. And Juan Uribe at the plate, infield coming in. Uribe cannot come through. He strikes out in a huge spot. Big out there for Linebrink. And now it's Jeff Plum with 2 outs who needs to come through for the Sox. He lines at second. He's going to be made there. Loretta ends the threat with a nice sprawling play. And we'll move now to the 7th. Still 6-3. Tom Gordon has come on. Hideo Iguchi at the plate. Iguchi hits it to second again with the double play. Loretta starts it, and the smooth fielding Astros are letting their defense do the talking. We'll move to the 8th. Octavio Dotel on facing Joe Creedy. Creedy will line a single to right. Here's A.J. Przinsky. Pedro Borbon has come on the pitch. And Przinsky's going to single to center. So 1 out. The Sox are able to bring the tying run to the plate in Aaron Rowan. Rowan will hit a little blooper. That's to center. That's going to drop. This is going to bring a run home, looks like. So Aaron Rowan with the blue Texas League single to center field. It's 6-4 now. Here's Uribe. 2 on, only 1 out. Uribe hits it in front of the mound. That's going to be a tough play. Here's the throw to second. Did they get him? They did, and it's 2 outs for Carl Everett. They couldn't get the double play. Yet another pitching change for the Astros. Brandon Puffers come on to face Carl Everett here in the 8th, a big spot. Everett will lift the fly to center. Here comes Biggio. He's got it. So the Sox can only put 1 on the board. It remains 6-4, bottom of the 8th. Bobby Jenks in here. Here's Orlando Merced. 2 outs. And Merced hits a long drive to right. This one's got a chance to go. It will. Insurance for the Astros just when they need it. Orlando Merced with a solo home run, making it 7-4 off of Bobby Jenks. We'll move now to the 9th. Jermaine Dye up there with 2 outs against Nelson Cruz, a man on. And that's strike 3. Dye just looks at strike 3. He was fooled on that pitch, and the Houston Astros win game number 4, 7-4. They have stunned the White Sox here. Tim Redding gets the win working 5 innings. Orlando Merced, a deep home run there in the 8th inning. Paul Konerko hit a 2-run shot for the Sox. But it wasn't meant to be for Chicago here as Cruz got the save. Orlando Hernandez did not have the best outing. He really got knocked around in that 3rd inning. And now the champion Sox are really up against it. They are 1 game away from being eliminated. The series is now going to Game 5, where Mark Burley will face Roy Oswalt in a repeat of Game 1. The Astros have pulled off 3 consecutive victories. They look like the more hungry and the better team. The Sox, if they're to survive, need to win 3 in a row, something we've rarely seen. But anything's possible. But the first step, of course, will be Game 5, where Roy Oswalt will try to close out the series and give the Astros the upset. This would be the first time a world champion has gone down, but it's not over yet. Let's move out to Minute Maid Park. So here it is, the Sox with their backs against the wall. We're in game number 5. From Minute Maid Park, we got Paul Konerko up there with a man on second. Oswalt delivers, and Konerko delivers with a single up the middle. That's going to score a run. Here comes the throw. Not in time. Posegnik with his speed scores. It's 1-0 Sox. They get off to the good start. We'll move to the bottom of the second. Burley facing Geoff Blum. And that ball is lifted deep to center. That's got some carry. That ball way back there and up over the bullpen. Geoff Blum with a shot close to 450 feet. What a blast. We are tied at 1. Here's the pitcher now, Oswalt batting for himself. 1 out, 2 on. Oswalt puts down down the first base line. Plays made by Konerko. Runners move out. 90 feet each, and Julio Lugo has a chance now to break this tie. Lugo will go to first. Konerko's got it. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will do it. Game remains tied. We move to the 4th. Jermaine Dye on first. Joe Creedy at the plate. This one's hit to short. Plays made the short way. Relay to first. Double play. Mark Loretta with the turn, and the Sox don't get anything done there. We'll move to the bottom of the 4th. Osmus facing Burley. 2 outs. And there it goes. And Osmus with a long shot to left over the wall. That's going to give the Astros the lead in this game of a score of 3-1. So Houston looking for the series win, and we go all the way to 9th. The Sox have been able to do nothing really against Houston pitching. Here's Paul Konerko with a 1 out. Scott Limbrink on to pitch. There's a ball. So the Sox trying to do anything they can to get back into this game. We'll bring the tying run to the plate in Jermaine Dye. Linebrink delivers. This is hit to right field. That's going to be a single. So Chicago now not dead yet. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Joe Creedy at the plate. And Ricky Stone is coming in the pitch. Try to close it out. Here's Creedy. He's always been pretty clutch. He grounds this one back up the middle. That one will get through. A base hit. So the White Sox fans have the bases loaded. 1 out. And A.J. Pierzynski at the plate against Ricky Stone. Let's see if the Sox can turn things around here. Stone delivers. This one's lifted to left. That's going to be caught. Runner's going to hold. Berkman catches it, and it was not deep enough. No reason for the Sox to risk it. They're not down 1, they're down 2. And here's Aaron Roy. The last chance for Chicago. They're down 3-1 in this series. They're down 3-1 in this game. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Top of the 9th. And here's a ground ball. That'll be played by the infielder. It's an infield single. No, they got him. A very odd play there at the end. A hustling play by Osmus to make the throw to first, and that will do it. Celebrations in Houston. A world champion is out. Houston Astros take this series way more easy than what we thought. 4-1. After losing in walk-off heartbreaking fashion in Game 1, they've come back to win 4 in a row. Roy Oswalt struck out 10, was great in this Game 5 finale. Brad Osmus 2 for 2 with a big home run. Burley is saddled with the loss. Stone gets the save. And as we said, after Game 1, it was all Houston. They pull off a big 1-0 win in Game 2 in Chicago that went into extras. And then it was home cooking. They take all 3 of the games. and knock out the champion White Sox. Looking at the numbers here, Jeff Bagwell drove in 6 with 2 homers, even though he hit 200. Jeff Blum hit 316, Hidalgo 333, Ausmus at the catcher spot 353, and Craig Biggio struggled, hitting only 111. But the Houston pitching was much better. The bullpen was just dominant. Billy Wagner allowed nothing. Ricky Stone, Brandon Puffer, all excellent. Wade Miller pitched good. Scott Linebrick, all of them allowed no runs. Tom Gordon. It goes on and on. Roy Oswalt pitched well. He got a win, especially his performance in Game 5. For the White Sox, hitting was an issue, as we just went over the Houston pitching that was pretty dominant. And as for Chicago pitching, Freddie Garcia had a good series. Bobby Jenks we didn't see that much of. Mark Burley took the loss and also allowed 13 hits, the ERA over 4. So it really came down to pitching, folks, and Houston's arms were just magnificent in this series. And the Astros stung by beating the 2005 White Sox 4-1. Not that the Astros aren't a good team, but one would expect the Sox team to play much better, at least much more competitively. Just didn't happen. So Houston takes the win, and to the win go the spoils, 4-1 over the 2005 White Sox. The MVP of the series looks like it went to Brad Ausmus, but not that his numbers were spectacular. But Ausmus did, I guess, if you look at it in a certain way. He did hit 353, but he also managed that pitching staff that dominated the White Sox. So Ausmus, I guess, as a catalyst, as a catcher, framing and calling the games really made the difference. Either way, Houston moves on. Disappointment for the White Sox. That'll do it from here. Thanks for joining us again on Out of the Park Baseball 20. Another wonderful historical matchup is at the end. And as always, we'll be back with you very soon. Have a good one.